I'm going to have to improve my stealth skills if I want to. Greetings, it is I, Rockotar, and welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online hard mode Let's Play, although we haven't still gotten to hard mode just yet. But who knows, maybe by the end of this part we'll actually have reached hard mode, and then I can explain what that's all about. But anyways, without, further ado, why don't we just get into this? More voice acting. My favorite part.
Dear looks so changed since last night.
I almost feel like he's not but a shadow when I look at him. Like he isn't really there. How it makes me shiver. I saw Strider make a salve of kingsfoil for his wound, but my Gammer always used a different remedy when a young brandy buck would get a nasty splinter. Sweet bilberry tea. I smelled bilberries by the water to the east of here as we passed in the night, which means they're in season. I would dearly like to make a tea for poor Omdir. Well, I'll do that, I suppose. No harm in making tea.
Hey,
I do like a good
there.
cup myself.
I'm hungry.
You don't need to be so rude about it, Mundo. I haven't eaten since some woman gave me a bit of bread and jam for breakfast this morning. Such fare is hardly meant to feed a rabbit, let alone a full-grown hobbit like me. If you get me proper food, I'll reward you handsomely. I want something hearty and delicious. Oh, what's this? Title awarded. There's yet again another bit of the proof of my time spent playing this game, I suppose, all these automatic titles that I already have. I don't think I'll pick any of these just yet, though. None of them are very interesting. I mean, I'd like to use the titles that you actually earn in the game and not the ones you get for free, It's so much more rewarding, to show that you actually did something, especially those more rare or very interesting titles, which we will eventually get to, eventually one day. Unfortunately, most of the early ones are not that interesting. Also, if you're wondering where that glow effect was, I believe when you approach Strider over here, it adds some hope to the hope meter thing up here. Let's see if I can get it to pop up. There, see, hope. That just boosts your stats slightly when you're near some sort of hopeful character, I suppose. But it's time to head out now. The best part of this game, walking. Let's see, where am I going? I just realized I don't think I've ever opened the map before now. In fact, one thing I never really got to explain last time that I really like about this game is the way that the quest tracker functions. Previously, you only used to be able to track 5 quests at once, but they've now expanded it to 10 quests. So you can track quite a lot of quests in this game at the same time, and if you hover over them, it will show you where to go on the map exactly to find the thing you need, and over here you can change the color to different color coding for different quests. So if I wanted to, I could change this from red to blue. It doesn't make as big of a difference on these rings, though, as it does on the area things, like watch C. If I turn this to red, it completely changed the color of this area. So the quest tracker in this game is very helpful indeed, and I'm shocked that so many games don't have a quest tracker as good as this game, when this game came out in 2007! I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that came out in 2017, 10 years later, has one of the worst quest tracking systems I've ever seen in my life. You can only track one quest at a time, and it barely even tells you where to go half the time. Gotta feed that, ungrateful brat Mundo his boar meat. Well, in this case, it's just piglets, Kind of makes you feel a bit cruel, killing all the baby pigs just so this ungrateful jerk can have some sort of meaty meat to eat.
A stranger, eh?
If Brackenbrook sent you, I'll take you in. I'm afraid you're the best thing that's happened to us all day. I'm glad you're here. Some Blackwolves tried to attack us this morning, but we drove them off. We must get help from Combe, the next town over. It's southwest of here, and not more than a short journey away. They must bring their soldiers to Archon at once to help stave off the raid. Please make haste. I fear the Blackwolves mean to attack tonight. The road here is crawling with brigands, but I pray you can make it safe to Combe. Don't worry about me. Worry more about yourselves. Trust me on that. Well, then again, you might want to worry for me later down the line when we turn on hard mode. My dad and the other farm hands, they gave chase to the brigands after the attack on our farm. I don't think the brigands expected us to put up such a fight after they surprised us. There weren't many of them, but I never saw them act so bold before today. Only problem is, they ain't back yet. They ran off to the east, chasing the brigands into the woods. It was hours ago. Oh, I'm very worried. Could you go look for them and bring them back safe? Need to go to the gate down there first. Check on Combe. Do you want the people of Combe to help you? You're afraid of the Black Worlds, are you? Best run home, little fool. Enjoy your day. It'll be your last.
This cannot be. I must write to Brackenbrook at once.
Blocked? No, it can't be. My men traveled to Combe only yesterday for a delivery. This is bad news, Rakotara. The captain must be informed of what is going on at once. There is a note for Brackenbrook. He knows my scrawl. He will believe you now. Well, I'll deliver that. But first we have to go picking some blackberries. You know, it's a very important business, blackberry picking. Bilberry picking, I mean, not blackberries. But they should be over here somewhere. I know they're by the river. Hey, buddy, how's it going? You doing all right over here? Well, anyways, have a nice, nap, buddy. Oh, look, some bilberries. Oh, look, it's another person over here. They seem to be, sleeping pretty well, I think. Probably best to just, let them, keep laying there. You know, don't want to disturb their, nap. Excuse me? What are you doing? You have no appreciation for blackberry picking, obviously. It is a very difficult thing to do, you know. You can't interrupt people picking blackberries. I mean, bilberries. Wait, are bilberries even a real thing, or is this made up, you know? Wait. You know, I'm gonna have to look that up. They're probably real, but then again, they could be fake. I don't know. Nice architecture. Now, I wonder who built this place. Excuse me? What is with you people? Have you no respect for a simple wanderer on the road? I'm going to have to improve my stealth skills if I want to. Oh, please. There. Anyways, looks like I found another person taking a nice, very long rest over here. So, hey, Will, I have something to tell you. You see, your friends out there, they're napping. Oh, they're napping then! Yes, yes, they're napping. Permanently. No! It cannot be! My poor father and the others. No! It cannot be! It cannot! Will is silent for a long moment, his eyes closed, but after a great pause, he is roused. I will have my revenge on those Black Worlds, or I will die trying. Archid will never fall to such murderous fiends. Well, see you all viewers back in Archid, because I'm probably not going to keep in this entire walk back.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, so a few things I noticed. As you can see, I'm basically back at Archer now, but I forgot I had a cape in my inventory, which I have now equipped, which you can see. I'll pretty much always have a cape on, probably from this point onwards, unless I turn on some sort of cosmetic outfit that doesn't have a cape. And another thing I almost forgot about is this little note thing, by the way, you see on the side of the quest. You can actually click on this. It's an item that will appear in your inventory, and it has additional information that you can read about the quest line that you're doing. And I figured I should probably read this before I turn in the quest, because otherwise then I won't be properly, you know, fully voice acting the entire story. So anyways. Dear Captain Brackenbrook, my farm was attacked by Blackwolves this morning. They are organized and they are armed. I and a few of my men managed to stave them off, but something dark is stirring in a way I have never seen. They have cut off the road to Combe. We can't get out, and no help can come in. Please, make yourself ready for an all-out war. These are not the ruffians we know. Cal. Well, before I turn that in, let me talk to these nice fellows over here. Oh, my bad. Did I say nice fellows? I mean nice lady and an ignorant, selfish jerk of a fellow over here. Anyways, you know, we talk to nice people first in this world. Well done! You have found more than enough for a good strong tea. This is sure to cheer Omdir right up. Give me a moment, and I will steep the berries in some boiling water. Hooray! You brought me pork, or bacon, or perhaps sausage. Oh, it doesn't matter. I can make a little of each. Mundo weighs the parcel of meats in his hands. This will give me something to munch on for a bit. Hopefully this provender will last me until I can go back home. Okay, but that is the last time I'm doing anything for you. Oh, is there something else you wanted to say, yes, Hellandine? Doesn't this bilberry tea smell delightful? It still reminds me of my Gammer, who made this for me when I was under the weather, even though my Gammer is long gone. You were such a dear to collect those wild berries for me, so I shan't be taking all the credit. Why don't you take this nice brew to Omdir so he can thank you himself? You make sure he drinks it all up. Omdir, I brought you some tea. Does that smell of bilberries? That was very sweet of Salandine, and very good of you to fetch her the makings. I am all the sorrier, for I cannot drink this now. I do not feel well enough just now. I will pretend to drink it. You must tell Salandine I enjoyed her tea. Please, do not let her know that her kindness was wasted on me. Well, I'm not a very good liar, dear, but, I'll try.
Did my tea perk him up? I knew it would.
Bilberry tea always fixes me right up, and I know it would be especially sweet if it came from both of us. I know Omdir will be back on his feet soon. He is so brave. Well, she bought it, I guess, Right? Pretty gullible, if you ask me, if you can fall for one of my lies. As Brackenbrook reads the letter from Cal Sprigley, his face is blank. He reads it a second time, and only then does he look at you. I have been a fool. Oh, what have I done?
You cannot fathom just how wrong I have been.
I have trusted Calder Cobb and heeded his advice for a long time, even after my own son tried to warn me of his duplicity. My son, John, is a worthy hunter, but he has not set foot in this town for over 3 years. He will never forgive me for the things I said to him. Oh, what a fool I am. I told him he was not welcome in Archett until he stopped behaving like a jealous child. Now he and his hunters are our only hope. But what can I do? He does not deserve to be dragged deeper into my folly. Nay, Archett must withstand the storm without help. Or we could, ask him for help anyways.
Do not despair. You have done well.
Indeed, better than I could have done. You earned Captain Brackenbrook's trust. You must appeal to his son John against his wishes. I must leave soon, and Archett will need all the help it can get, even if a father's pride is at stake. I am confident you will be able to bring the hunters in and give this town a fighting chance. In the meantime, I must make haste. Omdir assures me he just needs rest. Well, everyone's always going on about how tough these Black Wolves were, but, that time I kind of killed a few of them in a couple seconds flat, back when I was collecting some bilberries of all things, they didn't seem too tough to me, but hey, if you say so, guess we'll go find him.
7 hours later.
Here we are, the hunting lodge. Hello? Nice, dead animals you've got over here. Enjoy that, I suppose, Nice, dead animals. Anyways, hello. I'll be going in, I hope you don't mind. You've come from town, do you? I have been watching from the bounds. The skies have turned dark and fell, and there is a shadow of unrest over all of Archett, over men and beasts and trees alike. Let me guess, my father has not the wisdom to observe such things. So you heard of his exiled son and came to me for aid. Come then, out with it. I desire to hear what you have to tell. So, Calder Cobb has shown his true colors at last. I knew him to be evil-hearted, but my father is too trusting. He does not like to think ill of people. His blindness wounded me, but he is a good man. So to answer your question, yes, I will come to Archer's aid. I am a hunter and a skilled warrior, trained by my father and captain, and I would rather die than sit idly by while foul brigands crash upon a decent people. Let us see what there is to see before the storm is upon us. While I gather my warriors and weapons, you should sneak into the Blackwolves' roost and uncover their plans for the attack tonight. So, what was that other thing you wanted to say? 10 Lotro points. A nice little bonus of reward, if I do say so myself. This isn't really a story quest, but I suppose I could voice act it anyways if I'm just gonna voice act in this game. Before you go, I just wanted to make an offer. What we have learned about the Blackwolves unnerves me. I am concerned that if we do not move swiftly enough, the danger we face could multiply. We would be best served if you had a steed to call upon, and I'm willing to offer one, if you wish. Also, this green text is never worth voice acting. There's sometimes red text, I believe, too, sometimes. But that's just, notes, about... I mean, it literally says note right here, but about information about the quest. As you can see, this is a quest that can only be done once on a server, and since this is the first character on this server, this quest will never appear for anyone else that I create on this server. And that's because the reward is Lotro points, because theoretically you could just delete your character and make a new one over and over again to grind the same 10 Lotro points over and over again. Obviously they did not want you to do that since that's the premium currency. It's still pretty easy to get though. Like, trust me, it would not be worth grinding this one quest over and over again for 10 Lotro points when there's so much more you could do to get Lotro points in this game. But anyways, very good. Let me get you started. As you can see, this note up here is saying that you actually have to technically purchase this quest from the Lotro store. It's supposed to explain how the Lotro store works by having you purchase something. But, obviously I already purchased it on a different character. Nothing on this is anything he wants to say, so I'm just going to accept it and move on. Excellent news. Accept this mount. It will carry you to and from battle, but it is not fit for fighting. That's how most mounts work. If you get attacked while you're riding a horse in this game, it'll just get defeated and you'll fall off the horse. And I can show you what that horse looks like. I don't know if I'll be using it yet since, this quest only appears once per account, so it's kind of not exactly an exclusive thing. I mean, it does give you the points needed to purchase the thing, Instead of giving you a horse, this quest used to just give you, a horn or something that, boosted your stats temporarily. It was a pretty useless reward, so I'm glad they changed it to being a horse. That's much more useful for new players, trust me. Oh, and also, previously, you would have to purchase the riding trait as a separate item in the Lotro store, but doing this quest gives it to you automatically for much less points than you would have had to buy it on its own. But I believe there's technically ways you can earn it in the riding trait in the game as well, but, it's nice to just get it immediately, basically. This horse isn't, super, fast or anything, and you can see it's only a little bit faster than I was going previously. But still, almost always better to have, a speed boost than, be going at the default running speed. Some classes also come with their own... Oh, and there's another detail other than that weird lagging glitch right there. When you go into water that is too deep, you will automatically be dismounted from your horse.
A little later.
Sorry that I had to cut away there for a moment. In fact, you're probably wondering why I am back inside the lodge currently instead of, doing the quest, and why the quest that I was doing is now complete, and I can simply talk to him again. Well, you see, the capture device, aka OBS, decided to lag and lose about 4 minutes worth of gameplay footage. Although I could sort of give you an idea, a brief, montage of me redoing the quest so you can see what it was all about, and then I will talk to him and continue the story. That way you won't have missed anything, okay? Well, here is what happened. And this is the location over here that we were going to previously when it, decided to stop recording. And then I had to defeat a couple of these guys, 4 of them, I believe, for the quest requirements. But I'm only going to defeat 1 to, showcase what I was talking about. Anyways, once you've defeated 4 of these guys, then you can go inside and on a little table or something, right about where I'm pointing over here. Excuse me, I'm trying to explain something, Blackwolf Guard or whatever. Oh, there's what happens when you try to ride a horse into a dangerous area. This thing right here on this little, not a table, but a box. And when you click on that, you get an item that you need for the quest. And that's pretty much everything you missed, although I do believe that during the part that was cut out, I had leveled up to 5, if you didn't notice. And because I hadn't died yet, I got a title, which is the Wary. Let's see. Here, the Wary. Reached level 5 without being defeated in battle. And as I was saying, I only want to put titles on that I have earned, and this is the first one that I can say that I have actually earned and not just been given for free. So, I'll take that. Especially since I'll, probably not be getting many more, survival-based titles once we turn on hard mode. Wish me luck on that, but it's probably not going to do me much good. Well, anyways, now that you know what happened, we can continue on with the story.
Good work, my friend.
And fast, too! This will be a great boon to Archit. Now we will be able to counter their efforts with a proper strategy. Ah, yes, a helmet at last.
I believe there is hope for us yet. We only need a strategy.
What an excellent find, Rakatara. These folk from Angmar sound like evil foes, but at least we know what we are up against. The plans also show a map that points to the old East Path, which is just near here. We all avoid that path save for Otley Spiderbane, a visitor from east of the Misty Mountains. Speak with Otley and learn what he can tell you about the path. We can use the path to our advantage if we manage to successfully scout it. Ah, yes. Our good friend Hunter, he has a quest for us now, and I remembered that he had a quest, which is, partly why I remember him, other than, the fact that you know what I'm saying. You're also probably wondering why this, thing over here has the word Bedroll above it. That only pops up if it's usually something you can click on. And there's a reason for that, which involves this guy and his quest. You have had a long day, friend, and more dangers await. You should take some rest. There is a bedroll just over there you can use. I will wake you if anything happens. Well, I suppose I shall take your advice, except you could have given me this advice, when my computer was freaking out and not recording something, so, that would have been a perfect time to rest, but I suppose now is better than never. The bedroll is more comfortable than you expected, or perhaps you are more tired than you realized. You close your eyes, and before long, you are lost in dreams.
Listen to my words. I am Galadriel, the Lady of the Golden Wood. Do not be afraid, my friend. Your people are short-lived, but the fate of Middle-earth is yours to command. I will not long disturb your sleep. I can visit you in dreams for only a short time. I have looked into my mirror and seen much that worries me. Let me show you.
Gonna say, I guess I don't have to voice act this part then. Oh, also, this quest did not used to be in the game originally. This was added in later, but it's actually one of my favorite additions that they added to the intro. I have seen lighted windows in the evil city of Karndum. The dread land of Angmar stirs. Shadows once stretched forth from Angmar to threaten Middle-earth. I fear they will again. My mirror shows me much else I do not understand. Some of this may come to pass, or none of it. That is the nature of my mirror's power. All of Middle-earth is endangered by the return of Sauron. We need strength, wisdom, and courage if we are to oppose him. Men, elves, dwarves, hobbits, all free folk must stand together.
You are near to wakefulness. The last tendrils of sleep will soon release you. You ask why I wanted to show you this? It is for one reason. I saw you in my mirror. Not once or twice, but often. Whether you desire it or not, your fate is tied to that of Middle-earth. Do not forget my words when you awaken. The free peoples of Middle-earth will have need of you. You must not fail them.
Well, isn't that an interesting tease of things to come? A very interesting bit of rest on this bedroll. The most mystical bedroll I think I've ever taken a nap on anyways. Thank you very much, Hunter. That sounds a most curious dream. I've never had dreams like that, friend. I would not wish to have such. Yeah, well, you can have your dreams. I think these ones are much more interesting, and I would prefer if all my dreams in real life were as interesting as that. But trust me, they are much stranger. Oh yes, I was just noticing this Hobbit gift icon over here. Every day you can get a free Hobbit gift, and I could have gotten another one if my computer wasn't having problems. As you can see, the timer only just recently reset. You can get a silver one for free, although you have to be a subscriber to get the gold one, or you can use another special currency, but it's really not worth it. You know, just take the free silver one every day. It's not going to make a big difference on gameplay or anything, so it's not some like pay-to-win loot box mechanic. Like, even when I was a subscriber, the gold box barely gave me anything that was massively useful. Maybe slightly better than the usual stuff you get in a silver box, but, you know, honestly, I often forget the Hobbit gifts is even a thing. Most of the time I play the game and I just go about my merry way without it. And, you know, I'm probably all the better for it. Anyways, what have you got to say, Otley?
Greetings, traveler.
I know all about the Old East Path. There are spiders everywhere. When you kill one, another takes its place. If we are to make use of the path at all, we should fight our way through and ensure that it is still blocked at the walls of Archet. The spiders will do some work for us against the Blackwolds, and what the spiders don't deal with, we shall come from before and behind with our axes and our blades, and we will fall upon them like a mighty cave coming down.
And now we are entering an area that would probably be pretty difficult for anyone with arachnophobia to be playing. And in fact, if you have arachnophobia, there will be several places in this game that you will find very difficult to play through. Yeah, because trust me, these are not even the most scary spiders you'll have to face in this game. Oh, you know, I just remembered something. You know, before this episode had even started, I had purchased an item. I believe it's in my inventory somewhere. Yes, I believe this is it. Stone of the Tortoise. As you can see by reading the description, this item will disable all experience gained from defeating enemies or completing quests. And I purchased this from the Lotro store because I didn't want to overlevel when I turn on hard mode just to make things, you know, easier by over-leveling. So, you know, by having this on, I'll always be at the correct level for quests, or only slightly above the correct level. I'll try to be doing things at the current level that you're expected to, so that way the hard mode is actually taking effect as it was intended. And I was just thinking, this intro already caps out at level 5, and there are some quests right after the intro that are also level 5, so I should probably equip this. Equipping this will bind it to you permanently. By the way, when it says it will bind something to you permanently, that means you will no longer be able to trade or sell the item with any other characters in the game. Sometimes items are bound to your account, meaning you can trade it between different characters that you created, and sometimes they are allowed to be traded with anyone, but if it says it's bound to you, then it can't be traded with any character on your account or otherwise. But, you know, in this case, that doesn't really matter to me, so yes, I am going to equip it. And let me see. There it is. Currently equipped. You don't get many other items that go in that slot anyways. Not that it gives me a boost or anything. I mean, ironically, it's doing the exact opposite. As you can see, once I defeat this enemy, I will no longer be gaining any sort of experience. See? No experience. Which means, technically now I could defeat as many of these spiders as I want, and not have to worry about over-leveling or anything like that. It's a pretty useful item, actually. I'm glad they added it. It kind of reminds me a bit of something in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, where you can lower your level to, you know, make sure that you're always at the correct level for quests in that game. Although this game did the whole tortoise stone thing first, so, you know, it gets the credit for coming up with the idea. Well, I say that, but who knows? There's probably another game that came up with a mechanic before this one. I've never played stuff like World of Warcraft or whatever, so if that game has some sort of mechanic or some other MMO that I don't know about, then please tell me in the comments down below. Because I would like to know. Certainly a scene going on right here. You know, what? That guy looks like he's got some terror burned into his face right there. Pretty gruesome graphics that you can find in this game in some places. Yeah, if you weren't afraid of spiders before, you will be after seeing that guy. That seems to be exactly what we want, I suppose, you know, assuming we don't meet our doom on this path as well. Once again, back to the lodge. That is good news. A dead end at the end of the path will work in our favor. The brigands will be slowed, and they will have the spiders at their heels. And the hunters will come from behind while the soldiers attack at the head. I will go to Archit and rally them to be ready for the storm that awaits them tonight. Let's see. This is like the first time I actually have to decide what kind of dye I want. Who would ever pick gray? Gray dyes? Why? Why though? Quickly! Calder Cobb is making his move against Archit, and wicked men of Angmar are lending him and the Blackwold's strength. We must go to the town's defense at once. Return to me when you are prepared. Are you ready to go? Very well. As you can see here is the red text that I was referring to earlier when I was talking about that other quest. As you see, it doesn't say note, but it says warning, because it means if you do this, then something else in the game will no longer be possible to do if you complete this quest. So generally, you want to end up doing this after anything else in the current area. But I think I've done all the quests in the intro now up to this point. This it doesn't matter to me because there's nothing that won't be possible to do anymore at this point. So, you know, let's go!
John Brackenbrook and his hunters have reached the outskirts
Bushes
of
in my
Archett
face.
to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to begin.
Look out! They see us!
You have
What?
arrived in
Where?
time.
Oh, too late to save those guys. They spotted us! We move now!
We have no time to lose.
Already the town burns. We have only a short time to rest here before they see we have broken through the east wall. I fear we are less safe by the moment. We must help my father.
That's for jailing us, Pruner.
We must save Ned.
Pressing the wrong button there.
Enough fun. Back to work.
Well done, Rakotara. I cannot see. Amdir's close by. He escaped the slaughter at the Badger. You have to help him. Defend the Badger. Those Blackwolves want the Hobbit. And the Captain. I saw something in the flames. Go after them. You must save them. Alas for Ned Pruner. Ned, no! Oh, Ned! What are you just standing around here for, John?
Archett must still be saved.
Calder Cobb and Otto's treachery were just the beginning of this battle. I fear we must find a way to the Mad Badger End. Peg has left us a way into the marketplace. Perhaps there is a way in through there. Follow me. Let's make sure the marketplace is safe, Rakotara. Come with me. It looks like this way is blocked. We must find another route.
There are more up ahead.
Another hopeful hero.
Maybe Skunkwood shouldn't have made a deal with those foreigners. Fight well, Rakotara, but I fear the worst is yet to come.
We must find my father before it's too late.
The marketplace is safe for now, but we must press on. If we tarry too long, we will lose all of Archett. We must find another way to the center of town. Now we should secure the crafters area. Come. Those black-hearted fiends have laid waste to our town. I hope we are not too late.
Look, Otley is ahead. All must not be lost. Well met, friend. Is the crafting hall safe?
A group of Blackwoods entered the building yonder not long ago, John. Together, surely we can take and reclaim this area.
Well then, let's not tarry. We must save Arch. Ah, look! Sorry, I'm a bit slow with the voice acting. You're better than I thought. We must brace ourselves for the worst. You have fared well, my friend, but all might be lost nonetheless. We have to protect the market square and crafters area. Already the Mad Badger burns. Perhaps my father is still alive, but I hold little hope. Follow Otley and me. We must defend what is left of our town to the death if we must. We are almost there, my friend. My father will still be alive. I know it.
Father, I knew you would survive.
I am alive, son, but I grew weary from the fight. Does Archett fall now? I have been a fool.
This is not the time for blame. We must look only to defending those who count on us for safety.
I agree. I will guard the hobbits and the injured man.
Can you keep the attackers at bay?
They approach! Defend us!
Prepare for the final onslaught. I was about to say, for a final onslaught, that was kind of easy, but it's not quite over yet. You'll get what you deserve for that! I'm not gonna voice that. Another guy already said that line.
No more time for games. We come for the ranger.
What have you done, Calder Cobb? What have you become? You have always been blind where I am concerned, Captain, but perhaps begin to understand me. All I know is that you betrayed your home and your peoples. You should be ashamed. Enough talk! Amdir is now a servant of Mordor. Come, Dunedain.
Yes,
Master. No! Caldacar, finish what you came to do. Gladly. I have now the power in Archet, Brackenbrook.
Father! No!
Well, time to finally give this guy what he deserves. A nice beating. This is a sad day indeed. Archet is burned. My father is dead. And the ranger was taken by evil men. If men, they can be called. Now, all we can do is wait for the flames to die down. Then with luck, we may begin to rebuild our poor town. What tragedy has befallen us this night? But we have defeated the Blackwold menace. I think it will be long ere they grow so bold again, with or without the help of the evil masters from Angmar.
With the Blackwolves' attack foiled, the people of Archet have begun to rebuild. Yet not all hurts are so easily mended. The fate of the Ranger Amdir remains uncertain and may have dire consequences for Breland. But hope remains that he may yet be saved.
I always get goosebumps when I see that cutscene. Well, we've technically now entered the overworld proper, as I like to call it. Well, okay, that's a lie. I've never called it the overworld proper. No, what I mean is we're no longer in the intro. We are in the actual overworld of this game. This overworld, which, as you can see, is quite large. You know, quite possibly the largest overworld I've ever seen in any video game. But, you know, we're no longer trapped because, you know, not to spoil anything, but if you walk all the way down that road to where that fence being blocked by the Blackwolves was, it will no longer be blocked and you can actually get out into the rest of the world now. Anyways, I should probably talk to this guy first. It is time for Archet to rebuild and restore itself. The loss of my father is a painful one, but my pain is no greater than any other here in Archet. The people of Archet regard you as a hero, and I agree with them, Rokotara. Without your quick thinking, we would have lost more lives. You were the one who faced down the evil men and drove them away, and many of the Blackwolves, from the woods surrounding our town. We owe you much. It is good to know that the grim dark growing across this land will have such a fierce adversary as you. Yes, we get our first milestone skill, which is basically a teleporting thing. And it's pretty much the only one you'll get by normal means. You'd have to purchase more from the Lotro store, but you can usually get by with just one if you know what you're doing, though it can be kind of annoying sometimes. Anyways, before I start the next quest, there's something else that's overdue that I want to do before I forget or something. Yes. This guy over here. You know, actually, perhaps not. Perhaps I will save it for the next video. But trust me, this guy, he's the whole reason that I have called this Let's Play hard mode. And soon, that will actually start to take effect. Anyways, I guess this is, what I'm trying to say is this is the end of the video. You know, thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, and you could subscribe to my channel, maybe like the video if you thought it was good. You can follow me on social media, you know, Instagram, Twitter. I do also do lots of movie reviews and stuff, which I have an entire channel about that. It's just called Rokotara, you know, without the gaming part. You can find links to all this in the description down below, as well as a few other things. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do that, although I haven't put any of these gaming videos on Patreon yet. But tell me if I should, you know, if you would want to see these things early or anything like that. And, you know, last but certainly not least, always remember to be iconic.